Between two benches, we're talking today about the importance of a powerlifting crew and some things to watch out for.
Steel plates, metal, sharp dust in the air. Welcome to the bench. Sit down if you dare. Between two benches, Goonfit powers through the pain. Between two benches, crush the doubt, chase that weight again. Grip tight, move iron, Goonfit powerlifting reigns.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick Durst,
Stingray, I'm Matt Hodge.
Giganto, and back at it again another
Episode
week.
2.
Episode 2, Between Two Benches with Goonfit Powerlifting. What do we say we get kicked off with another one of our awesome sponsors, Battle Ready SALTZ. See what flavor you got. I think this one might be the root beer flavored.
I got peppermint.
Peppermint.
Christmas morning. All right.
Let's get this thing cracking.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're rolling.
All right, we're good. We're in there.
Time to wake up.
We do have a discount code, Hodge10,
Code Hodge10
at battlereadygear.com. I'll put the link below.
somewhere.
Somewhere down there. Somewhere down in the description. And then
Yeah.
wouldn't be here without the Goon Power.
Yeah.
We're going to do
old reliable there.
my personal Giganto's bench fuel is the Cotton Candy Carnage. We'll get
A necessary to
a big scoop in there.
hit some big benches
Mm.
in about 15 minutes. So get things rolling. So today we wanted to talk about something we know very well, something that this whole thing is kind of based on, the whole Goonfit powerlifting and Metal Militia Steel Valley. And that's really the importance of having a powerlifting crew. So we'll jump in there, see where this thing goes. But I do think it's very important if you are getting serious about powerlifting or strength training in general. You know, you could get like really strong. Like, I mean, I trained off and on, with different crews over the years. I've been at this a while. I mean, formally, we've been here for what, 7 years now?
7 years, yeah.
And informally, before that, kind of like a powerlifting club before that, like going to different gyms and stuff. So even longer than that, really. I mean, what do you think? Like, what do you think really drove that? I mean, we kind of went out of like the commercial gym space into our own private space. But like for you, what was a big driver for that? Like, what do you really value in that?
Well, we would like take over the bench pretty
Yeah.
much like the whole session because there's like 5 or 6 of us training,
Yeah.
multiple sets. And for us, it was like a lot of sets of bench, not just like, 3 sets of 10, whatever, do our next thing. So we'd have like our bench day at the gym.
Yeah.
So we'd just take over the bench and
Yeah. And then it was also like once you get stronger, the bar, your regular old like cat
Yeah.
barbell ain't good enough.
No,
and
it
then
starts-
we're those guys bringing the bar in.
Yeah,
to
our own bar
to
in.
the gym and all that, But hey, we made it work.
and the music, the loud music.
right.
We like training with loud music and screaming, intensity.
Yeah. I mean, we'll put on some 80s, for Larry and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Some 80s music and, Gary's oldies for Gary.
70s gold.
disco for Gary. We love Gary. But yeah, I think for me, like a big deal is just the camaraderie and having like-minded people. If you're
Yeah.
going to the gym and you're just, getting a regular gym bro, just kind of trying to hand off to you, you're taking a big weight. You don't know who they are. I mean, maybe you know who they are, but they might not know what you're
Yeah.
doing, and they might not understand what you're doing, and they take the bar too fast if
Yeah.
you miss it, or if you're struggling, they take it. That's like the worst.
Yeah.
But I think when we're here, a big thing is keeping each other safe and keeping each other on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, our crew's grown quite a bit. We usually have, obviously 2 benches here. We got other ones in the back, but there's some challenges with it too, of course, right? I mean, you got to keep a good flow, you got to keep a good pace,
Yeah,
and
it
then
can
keeping
get
the
off-
bench order.
Get off track and
Yeah,
who's
but-
up next and which bar height. And,
right? But I think that's a pretty good trade-off to have, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the alternative is you're struggling, you're kind of grinding through it by yourself,
Yep.
But
And just to have a lot of eyes on you, seeing everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, because everyone has a tripod and a camera
Yeah.
phone, so it's like everyone's taking videos in the gym no matter what. But even if you're watching your own video, there might be things that you're not picking
Yeah,
up on.
you just
and
you get
that's
used to every week.
yeah, and that's why.
Or like if you say you're at another gym, you just grab somebody to spot. They can't.
Yeah,
If you're doing something, like I know you'll catch shit all the time. You're not squeezing your lats. You're not doing this. You're not doing that.
playing your feet, move your
Yeah.
feet. Just kind of basic stuff. And I mean, I think especially for a younger lifter or someone kind of newer to the sport, it's good to kind of train with people to kind of show you the ropes and show you like, hey, here's what a heavy set should feel like. You might think you're lifting heavy, and it might feel heavy, but is your intensity really there? And I think just the group atmosphere provides like a real motivating factor.
Yep.
Some weekend, because we train on Sundays primarily for bench, but getting up in the morning, it's like sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. But I know if like, all right, Matt's going to be there. I got 10 guys there.
Yeah.
We got to show up and support everybody else. So for me, it's an extra push, on those days where you might not be feeling it. Because that happens, especially after you've been out as long as we have, it's like,
yep,
you kind of get into the groove and it becomes a regular thing, but then there's this, life happens and other stuff. So I think the support structure is a big one, getting the help that you need, getting people there, but you gotta watch out, there's always, and I'll preface this by saying, if you guys work out by yourselves, try to find a crew. And even,
I know there's people out there that do very well by themselves.
Sure. Yeah, you could get like really fucking brutally strong by yourself. Like there's no doubt. But
Yeah.
I think if you want to, for all the reasons we said, I think it is beneficial. But I will say there are some things to look out for too if you are lifting by yourself, or if you're starting a crew or you're joining a crew. I mean, I'll preface it by saying a bad crew or like a not optimal crew is better than no crew, I think, but you do have to watch out for like that toxicity, like that toxic, like, some people are there for themselves and that's okay, but they probably shouldn't be lifting a crew, or if they are, just kind of take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Get out of it what you can, support the group and be a good training partner, a good team member. I think that's really crucial, so, but there are a few things that, to watch out for,
and hold each other accountable, for pushing each other.
Yeah, I would feel like, and sometimes
and you're like, oh, I'm good, that's good. They're like, dude, you got more in there.
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah, there is some of that, like just pushing people. It's like, oh yeah, no, that was good. Like, well, that was good. You probably hit that for a triple if you really tried.
Or accessories. I don't like to do accessories.
That's
Mike really helps out with that. You do.
Yeah,
I like to do.
Maybe we'll do a segment like
compound lifts only.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a segment. I remember the old Family Guy. Like, what really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one of those.
Yeah.
My first one will be you need to do your secondary lifts.
Like when I was for the summer, I was prepping for Adam's meet.
Yeah.
We're in the shore. Then
Yep.
all that shit happened. But like I would have smoked 1100 plus, and
oh yeah,
I was doing accessories every week, and I just got to get back to that type of training.
Yeah, and you were doing it.
Now I got and everybody pushes me,
Yeah, and you were doing it in the gym too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was there, but life happens, and you control. Worry about controlling what you can control. But
so
that's
I'm
that's
working to get back into the accessories.
Yeah, man, you'll get there. And that's the thing. Like, there's ebbs and flows. That was one thing. I've been training powerlifting since high school. I mean, I played football, so that was like what I did in the off season. And I there were times where life happens, you fall off, you get back, you get injured, you come back, you got to build yourself back up, and or other things happen, of course. But that's another reason for having that crew is you have someone just to check on you, like, hey, go through a rough patch. Hey, you all right?
Yeah.
Can we help?
Yeah, I do. Like, I'll talk to the guys in the team throughout the week. Just get pumped for it. Like, what are we doing Sunday? This, that, that.
Exactly.
Hey, why don't we try this? Or if we see his video on Instagram, like, hey, let's fucking try this.
Yeah. I mean, I think the way that we train, we have a pretty general plan of like what we're going to do, but then, it kind of depends on how you feel that day too, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing I would say to watch out for is training with crews, like too much a little too. I mean, you want to have some group thing. Like you want everyone doing kind of similar things, you know, and working together. But especially like you mentioned, secondary lifts and accessory lifts. What worked for me probably won't work for you, you know. So you got, I mean, when you're young or if you're new to the sport, pretty much anything's going to work, you know. So just follow along and learn something. But as you get kind of more to the intermediate, advanced level, I think that you really need to learn what works for you and where are your weak points. And again, you won't know that. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you can figure it out on your own, but it's a lot harder. And you know, you easily go down the wrong path.
Yeah.
But what works for someone might not work for someone else. So you got to develop your own weak points and bring those up and figure out what's going to push your lifts, whether it's squat, bench, or deadlift, whatever. You know, I mean, I should also say that, you know, we do full power or push pull. We call it between two benches because it's a fun name and it's a good set. But, you know, what that's true of this bench, squat, deadlift, you know, pick your accessories for what your mechanics
we'll have to switch it up to between two monos.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe on a Wednesday.
So, but yeah, man, I think that was pretty. Anything else you wanted to add to the importance of training with the powerlifting crew?
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Yeah,
don't quit. Just keep going.
Stay in it.
Life gets hard, but
do what you can.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we're about one. You know, control what you can control.
Yep.
You know, and putting in any amount of work's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But that group setting will provide that team mentality, that camaraderie.
They'll keep you going.
Yeah, and we're pulling for you. You know, everybody listen. We appreciate you guys watching. We're pulling for you. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of good content. We're gonna have some training videos from today.
Yep.
And it'll be good shit.
I think I'm like 4 weeks out from nationals, so
yep,
it'll be good.
Yeah, we'll probably do a little bit more deep dive on that, and then we do like, you know, after we have like the big meets, we'll have, you know, kind of a recap session on that. But we'll save that for another time.
If anybody ever wants to come check it out here, you can come down. We're here. Like the team is usually here Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays like 4 to 6 p.m. and then Sundays 9 to like noon, 1, whatever, however long it takes.
And it's invite only. But you know, reach out to us on social media. You know, we bring new people in all the time. We rotate people through. And, you know, the last thing I'll say about the group training, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, and I know this probably applies to a lot of people watching, even if it's once a month, drive an hour and a half. I don't know how many times we've driven to an hour plus to gyms, and people come to this gym.
Yeah, Gary drives like an hour every week.
Yeah, just an hour away.
Yep.
I mean, going up to Glen Falls, that's 9 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if you I'm not saying drive 9 hours every week, but like, once a month, once every couple months, just go get it. You know, do what you got to do and make it happen. You know. So, all right, with that, so for you guys,
we got some meets coming up. Yep. Nationals, April 18th, Salina with Big Hawkins. You got the Meltdown here, May 9th in Youngstown,
right here,
and we got the folding chair classic. I mean, the old school push pull, June 6th, down there in Pittsburgh or Greensburg with Cole Dork. So.
I think the lineup.
I think we got a couple guys of ours doing all those meets. So.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be at all of them.
We'll be at all of them.
If anybody needs help, just come fucking reach out, find me. I don't care if I'm in the middle of warming up. I'll come lift off for you. I don't care. I'll do whatever you need.
He's a big goon, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right,
sweet.
Ready to get benching?
Good. Yep.
Just over the ramp. 1, 2, up. Side release. Settle in. Good. Yeah. Yes. A little more. Yeah. That's better. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Out. Side release. Your bar mat.
Bigger!
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on. Good.
There you go.
Ready, Mike? Yes, sir.
Act like
On
it's
3. 1, 2, 3. Up.
Act like it's
Out. Side release. Settle, Mike. Settle. All right, boys. On 3, nice and easy. 1, 2, up. came out.
Come